Hey everyone, welcome back to another top picks and skips for the week. This is my video where I do new releases to share with you guys my thoughts. I would like to know your thoughts. We interact, we kind of talk each other out of buying certain products, or we kind of convince each other to purchase other ones. So I am here with this week's top picks and skips. But before I get into the video, if you're new to my channel, welcome to the family. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you do like it, and let's get on with the releases. Now for this week, I have a very short week because I am filming this a little bit earlier than normal. So I do have some releases. I think I only have 8 releases to mention to you guys. I also have an announcement at the end of this video, so please stay tuned because it's very important and I want you guys to be well aware of what's going to happen in the next 2 to 3 weeks with my channel, since you guys know I'm currently packing my house and moving. Alright, so we're going to start out with the very first release that I got tagged on quite a few times, and I am telling you right now I am absolutely purchasing this. There is no way that I'm going to let this one go. This is the new summer eyeshadow palette by Violet Voss. I had mentioned, I believe in last week's video or 2 weeks, I forget which one it was, where I had told you guys I've almost owned all of Violet Voss's eyeshadow palettes. I love their formula. I loved them when they were a true indie brand and they were not sold at Sephora, and I still feel like they are an indie brand. I've loved them to death. I have highlighters from them. I have highlighting palettes. I have eyeshadow. You guys name it, I have almost all of their stuff. So when this one came out, this is definitely something that's going on my purchasing. I am definitely purchasing. This one has bright shades, but you get color stories with it. I can see that she has like blue shades in here, yellows and oranges that go together, some pinks and purples that work together, some bright fuchsias with some pineapple, papaya type of shades, and soft pinks. This is beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and you do get that black shade if you want to smoke out your shadows. Now, a few of you had mentioned that this is very similar to the Jeffree Star palette, and I honestly have to disagree. The Jeffree Star palette is a lot smaller for one. The middle row is more of metallic shades, and I only see a comparison or similarity to both of them as far as maybe 1 or 2 yellow shades and 1 or 2 blue shades, and that's it. I really don't see them being alike at all. The Violet Voss one is a lot more bright and colorful than the Jeffree Star one. So if I were to choose one or the other, obviously I would go with Violet Voss. Putting my views on Jeffree Star aside, I still wouldn't purchase his. I would still go over the Violet Voss because I'm getting more of a variety of shades, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same price, if not cheaper, than the Jeffree Star. So definitely getting that one. Also forgot to mention to you guys, since I have done this series, I have yet to purchase anything from any of the items that I've spoken about. Because my birthday is coming up, I'm waiting to see if I get anything for my birthday before I purchase any of these, because there are some that I want that I've mentioned to you guys, but I haven't gotten anything from this series as far as purchasing anything. So the next thing we have is the day that I posted my video, we got a sneak peek of Jaclyn Hill's makeup line. I see these shadows here and they look beautiful. They really do. There's a lot of similarities as far as the undertone of these, and there may be very similar shades here to her Morphe collaboration. But I do have my thoughts on this. I saw on Twitter LS mention that she was hoping these are single eyeshadows, and honestly, she read my mind. I am hoping that she's coming out with single shadows versus a palette, because I can pick and choose the ones that I want. Like that vibrant purple is beautiful. That eggplant plum shade, I love. That pinky, peachy, gold shift one, that one's absolutely beautiful. But I can do away with all the browns. So I'm curious to see what more sneak peek she is going to give, whether it is a palette or it is single shades. I'm crossing my fingers. Hopefully it is single shades. The next product I did want to mention is another one that I got tagged on. This is BH Cosmetics Galaxy Edition. This is their BH Cosmetics Galaxy palette. This is newer to their collection. I have purchased and owned some of their baked shadow palettes. I have since decluttered them because I wasn't reaching for them. This is very pretty. You are getting a lot of these pink shades. That bottom row reminds me of a palette that I recently, or single shadows that I recently purchased. And I don't see a lot of neutrals in here. I do see a bunch of pops of shades and things. My only thing is, since I have tried, I don't know if now they're a little bit different, but from the time I had purchased any of the BH Cosmetics baked shadows, I felt like they were very rough to the touch, and you got the most payoff out of them if you wet your brush with these. So for that reason, I'm probably not going to purchase this because of the actual formula that I prefer. But the palette is very pretty. I do like it, and it is something different, and it's not your pops of pink, pops of color. It is pops of neutrals in this palette. So kudos to them for doing that. Next up is Beauty Bakerie. They are an indie brand. I may or may not have purchased some things from them to show you my indie brand series. They have come out with a new palette. This is new to them. This is a highlighting palette. They've only sold single highlighters. And this is a highlighter palette. This is the Milk and Honey palette. It comes out June 15th. Now, this is very pretty, and it seems like it will be a very neutral, everyday type of highlighter palette. Is this something new? No. Have we seen this before? Yes. But I do want to see how their formula is. I'm curious to see if it's good, better, or worse than what we have seen out. And of course, I love to support indie brands, those that are smaller. So this is something that I may or may not check into. Another one that I do want to mention is another sneak peek from Juvia's Place. Juvia's Place, you're constantly releasing things. They came out with the mini of the new Magic palette, but also they did a sneak peek of something. And I'm pretty sure it's highlighters. And boy, do they look blinding. These remind me of the JD Glow highlighters that I did a review on about 2 years ago. It's another indie brand that I enjoy, and they look very, very similar. So I'm curious to see if these are going to be single highlighters, if this is going to be another eyeshadow palette, or if this is going to be a highlighting palette. And if you are of a deep, dark skin tone, this is going to be something amazing on you. I can tell you that right now. It looks gorgeous. Next up is the Kylie Cosmetics new eyeshadow palette. This is a sneak peek. It's a bright orange outer part, and it has yellow. How much you want to bet this is probably going to have a pop of yellow in here, a bunch of neutral shades. I could see that there's a coral in here. She may or may not surprise us with a, fun summery shades of palette, but I have a feeling it's going to be a bunch of neutrals with a red and a yellow and shimmery shades. So I am probably not going to purchase it. I have not purchased anything from her brand, nor am I interested in that one either. Next up is Urban Decay. I am a fan of Urban Decay. They come out with a lot of bright, bold type of palettes, but this one is not bad. Okay, I am not interested in this one. This one's called the Born to Run eyeshadow palette. It has 21 shades with different finishes. It's going to be $49, and it comes out in July. This one looks very, very pretty, but it's very neutral for me. If I can cover like half of the palette and look at the left side of it, that I already own those shades. If I look at the other side, I can see myself with the bottom row a little bit more, but I know that I have those in other palettes that I own of hers, or them, I should say. This is a mixture of warm and cool tone eyeshadow, so it's a nice mixture of both. So if you like to do both, this is something nice. It is a bigger form of a palette. You do get your black in here, you do get some shimmer shades in here, you do get some mattes as well. I think that this is nice for those that like a bigger or more variety, likes the different finishes of undertones, likes Urban Decay. I can see like somebody like my sister liking this because the pops of shades of pops of colorful eyeshadows in this palette are not super bold and bright. They're more toned down. So if you like color more toned down and not so vibrant, this might be something for you. For me, I think I'm going to skip out on it unless I hear that the formula is tremendous on it. But other than that, I don't need it. Last but not least is something that just became available as I'm filming this. This is the Tarte Trust and Fairy Dust Collection. I had no idea that this was even coming out. It includes an eye and cheek palette for $39. mascara for $23, fairy dust, which is glitters, for $9. You get your double duty lipsticks, $18 in 6 shades, a magnetic palette for $17, which I'm pretty sure will be limited edition, a blush, which is $29, concealer brush, $24, and the whole entire vault is $110. Okay, so I do like that. Well, Tarte always does themes. They did the mermaid theme, they did the unicorn theme, now they're doing a fairy theme. So I'm not surprised about that. The aesthetic of it looks cute and pretty. It's something that I could see my daughter liking in her room. It's very girly, it's very feminine. The only thing that I would be interested in, if anything, would be the eyeshadow palette, and I gotta give it to them. Okay, they are finally not doing your browns. They're finally not doing your neutral shades. This is more of a rosy toned eyeshadow palette. So finally we're going somewhere else, but still it's not different from what they already own. This is different in the sense that we're not seeing the same warm toned shades, but it's still not. It's a little bit of a step up, but still not 100%. I am not going to purchase these. The blush, they got to stop with these blushes because they all seem similar. They all are very similar. So they don't need to keep coming out with blushes. I do like their magnetic palette. It's super cute. It looks like a little flower. This palette, I do see it, I do see some people liking this. Because if you like more rosy tones, if you like the Urban Decay Naked 3, if you like mauve shades, this is something you may enjoy. So I'm not hating the palette. Honestly, I'm really not hating it, but I'm not jumping hurdles to get it either because I'm pretty sure I already have something like that in my collection. It's not something different. All right, you guys, I told you I was going to make it short and sweet to the point this week. I do want to mention to you guys that I probably will not probably, I most likely will not have a top skips and picks next week or the following week. Our closing date got bumped up a week earlier than expected, so my rear end has to really get on it and pack. And I thought I would have more time to film, but as I am filming this video, this is the very last video that I will be filming in this home. As I'm done this video, I will be packing all of my stuff and moving it on because I will not have the time and honestly the energy to film and pack. It's just been very hard for me to find time considering everything is a mess. I literally have a box down here full of stuff. You know, I have stuff everywhere. So I hope you guys understand. I am not leaving you without a video. You still will see a video on Friday for the next 2 weeks, but it won't be my top picks and skips. So I do apologize. I know that this is something you guys probably enjoy watching, but I have to do what's best, and I'm going to burn myself out if I don't step back and do what I have to do and just take a break a little bit because I need the time. I really do. I'm on my own packing this house besides Mr. Man and some help here and there, but for the most part it's just me because I'm home all the time and I need to pack. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for understanding. Again, even though I will be gone, not filming, doesn't mean you guys will not be seeing your videos. I will still have the 4 videos a week. I pre-filmed like a madwoman, so you guys would not realize that I'm gone. But I will probably not be filming for the next 2 weeks because I really gotta hustle. I gotta hustle, hustle, hustle. Now that we got word that we are losing 8 days of packing and relaxation, not to mention that closing a week is the same week as my birthday, the same week that school ends, the same week that recital is. So you guys, that week I will be MIA. Oh my gosh. I'm thinking about it, it's like one thing, I think only one day I don't have something that week. Other than that, it's like boom, 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 boom. So I just gotta get my head into the game and not stress myself out because I am already stressed out. So anyway, let me get on with this video now that I don't want to make it forever long. Thank you guys so much for watching and for all of your prayers, your support, your understanding. It means the world to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will probably be filming, I'll let you guys know when it's my first video back to filming, you know, real time in my parents' basement. Crossing my fingers that it all works out because I have yet to do it, so we'll see how that goes. Thank you so much for watching. I will link all of these releases down in the description box. And I will catch you guys in my next video, which will probably be Monday, so prep yourselves for a bunch of videos that I have for you guys prepped. I will catch you guys when I see you again live, but other than that, I'll see you Monday with a new video. Don't forget that a smile is the best makeup a girl can wear. Bye guys.